Hey folks, it's Dan from DisneyInfinityCodes.com, and here we are with Alice from Alice Through the Looking Glass. Take a look at her skill tree, special ability, and some gameplay. She is super duper awesome. I love this character, this figure. Her gameplay is really cool. She's got some really great moves, and she's pretty much everything I wanted Ant-Man to be in a really weird way, but I digress. We'll take a peek. So let's look at her her skill tree first. But before we do that, we'll do a little bit of a 360 roundabout here of Alice. Very cool character design. She looks great. She's a really nice blend of the old school Alice and the new Alice. So pretty happy with that actually. Let's pop in here and take a look at her skill tree. First off and foremost, in the Health and Defense tab, there is two unique skills, the Super Jump ability, as well as the Apparel Parachute. So this lets Alice descend slowly, kind of like Joy does inside the Inside Out playset. Excuse me. Over here in her special ability, she's got a really cool ability, which is like super Ant-Man-y. It's not even funny. It's the Eat Me attack. And so if you tap R1 to activate the special ability, she will grow into gigantic Alice. And then all of her attacks get kind of stronger and bigger. And then over here, you can upgrade the attack into the Larger Than Life skill, which gives you an additional ground pound kind of attack while you're supersized. But then on top of that, you can, to get even more Ant-Man-y, there is the Drink Me attack. And so instead of tapping R1 to trigger the special move, you hold it. And while you hold it, it shrinks Alice down for to turn her tiny and give her some more powerful attack combos. And says there she's invisible to enemies, which is pretty cool. Then there is the Potent Potion, which makes Alice stay small for longer, and the Potent Pastry, which allows her to stay larger for longer. Those are two upgrades for her special ability. Over here in her melee attack, she's got some cool stuff, including this really great Seeing Double skill, which brings in the Tweedledee and Tweedledum from the Alice Through the Looking Glass film into the toy box with you, which I think is pretty cool, so we'll have to check that out. And then we've got some things like Curious Deflection, and over here Curiouser and Curiouser, which gives her an additional attack to her melee combo. Over here in range skills, we've got some pretty cool stuff going on here with the Curious Grin, which kind of gives you a little bit of a finisher almost, I guess. We'll check it out and we'll see what it's like inside the game. And then we've got the two upgrades, Ear to Ear Smile and Sneaky Smirks. I guess maybe it distracts your opponents and whatnot, so we'll see what it does and when we draw some enemies in. So there's her skill tree. She is just a super jumper. It's all she's really got going for her. And so let's take a peek at the character. So we'll zoom in here a little bit closer. Let's see here. And we'll show her block. So there's her block. She gets a little mean when she's in her block stance. We'll show her dodge. Pretty cool. We can show her ground pound, where she pulls out her flamingo croquet mallet and kind of lands on her butt. Very funny. We'll take a look at her basic melee combo. And then I believe the Curiouser and Curiouser, it adds that extra swipe to the attack. There is a here's a little bit of the tap combo. So if we tap, 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 Tweedledee and Tweedledum come running in, right? Very cool. So we'll check it out from behind. So if we tap, 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 at that right there at that rhythm, and you can see the little indicators on her hands, you get this really cool Tweedledee Tweedledum effect. Which is pretty cool. She can super jump, and then if you hold X, she will then slowly descend. So if you don't hold X, she lands down pretty quickly. But if you do hold X, she will slowly float, which is pretty neat. So let's take a peek at her special ability. I'll show it off first, and then we'll drop some enemies in and have some fun beating them up with some of her skills. So, if you just tap the special ability button, she will eat the pastry and get big. And when she's big, she can kind of stomp. And with that upgrade, she can like do like a stomp and then a jump. And she gets like kind of like powerful. She gets stronger, that kind of stuff. Then, if you instead of just tapping the special ability button, but you hold the special ability button, she will drink the Drink Me bottle and become very, very tiny. And you can kind of get a scale about how tiny she is here by the how big the infinity platform is there, which is kind of funny. And when she's that tiny, she moves quite a bit faster. She's invisible to enemies, apparently, and she's got a more powerful attack combo. So, let's refill her meter real quick, and then we'll drop some enemies in and take a peek at the cool stuff she can do. Hopefully get a peek at the Cheshire Cat. I always take the long way around. When will I learn? When will I learn? Okay, we'll have some fun with some appropriate styled enemies here. All right, here we go. Let's get big here. Oh, let's get small first. Well, it doesn't seem like I'm able to do much here while I'm small. It's supposed to make me invisible to enemies, but maybe it's invisible to enemies who you haven't seen you at first. And I'm not sure, but now I just fell to my death, so... All right, let's step this up a notch and get big. Oh, that's kind of cool. So you can pick anything up too. We didn't even get a chance to peek at her her ranged attack, which is this adorable little hedgehog. Man, that is super cute. And he can be upgraded to, of course, hit multiple characters, which is fun. So let's see if we can get Tweedledee and Tweedledum in here. And they just kind of go barreling in. They don't really target any enemies. Oh, here's the Cheshire Cat. Very, very cool. Let me drop in a few, get more guys, and we'll see if we can summon him again. So you can almost see the Cheshire Cat begin to form around Alice when she gets to the point where she's going to be able to do the finisher. It's kind of hard to explain unless you see that, like, that blue glowing stuff that floats around her. That's a little bit of the Cheshire Cat smokiness. All right, we'll try to summon it again here. Very cool. Awesome. All right, guys. As always, thanks for watching, and visit us at DisneyInfinityCodes.com.